Tell me what your idea of a good night is. Go out, get drunk, get a good fight in. Don't give a fuck, even if he was a nice kid. How you feeling now? You're a low life bitch. Tell me what your idea of a good night is. Go out, get drunk, get a good
First ever LBL defence finally. It's going to be pretty epic, I guess. A lot of build up to it. I have zero confidence. Nah, just joking. Shout out to the sponsors, Comic City Cyphers, Daps, all that good shit. Fucking reflect.
Champion records!
And all that
Yeah.
shit. Buy our shit. Right. On the left, we have the challenger. We got Statik. Make some noise.
Yeah. Rest in peace to the old man and happy birthday to him for next week.
Yeah, respect.
Well done. On the right, we've got the champion. Make some noise for Bigguns.
Yeah.
Bigguns, yeah.
Bigguns is
get it
the
in.
champ, so he's going to decide who's going first. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Right. First round of Bigguns. Let's go.
Talk to me, bro.
So who's the guy that came to pin us all the time and towards a girl who was blatantly hating her? Calling her a fat cow and saying that she ate too much. But when she came round, noticed that this cunt's mouth stayed shut. Then 2 days later, this hypocritical fuck was dating her. Before you and Brooke got together, she always said she wanted a baby. Every time we used to talk, that's all that she would say to me. But seeing as she took you, I wouldn't blame her if she got an abortion. Because why the fuck would she want to get pregnant to a low-life scum that can never raise a family, let alone afford to support it? And I heard you wrote a song about it, bruv. Really, man, dead set. I know that she's gone and left and moved on with better friends and better men. You're the one that's getting jealous and upset, sending her depressive texts saying that your death will be on her head because you want her back but she doesn't. So the only plan that you have ahead is commit suicide next? Grow up. No one gives a flying fuck. I don't care if you die today or tomorrow, I still won't put up with such an arrogant cunt. And how dare you call Prefix a dog? It's really hard for me to believe. How could you call Prefix a dog for the shit that he did when it's exactly what you did to me? So he wants me to be scared. He wants me to be scared of him. It's kind of hard for me to pretend. Because this battle ain't just a battle for me. This battle is revenge. You've heard that before, haven't you? So I once wrote a verse, hardened up like weak old dog crap, skating over issues, so I knew that's what you'd want, Stat. But seeing as you've seen the line, and I know you're going to go ahead and cross that, RSPCA just called, they want their fucking dog back.
Bigguns. You brought up my ex-missus. Are you kidding me, dude? You're just mad that I got to fuck a chick regularly you wish you'd lost your virginity to. Alright, yo. So here's a true story of how Bigguns thinks I've got it won. I went to Chip a few months back to raise the stakes and offer funds. I said we should put 50 up each. The winner takes the profit, but a few days later I get a message saying that bro, he didn't want to put the dollars up. You pussy, bro. So this was meant to be the prelude to John and Dunn. Thank fuck it's not. Because Bigguns' battles contain more choking than a Deep Throat movie. I can tell by the quality of his bars, he's probably a keynote groupie. Because here's how a Bigguns battle goes. Single syllable rhyming words, a tightish first, a couple of jokes that kind of work, movie reference, call out, name drops, Jester or Stumpy, but by the third, either he or his opponent chokes, and the judges take from the silence heard that the victory goes to he who remembers a stand-up comedy act the length of a cipher verse over somebody who slipped up simply because they were willing to put in twice the word. You versus Matty was a robbery, because what people didn't see behind the scenes was that he took a family loss right before that battle and didn't have his time to grieve. On top of that, it was his second battle on late notice. He had 2 weeks to write for each. And even without organised judging, he still came with the tightest speech. Now I judged that battle. You lost. I'll stand by it, see. Prefix's first 2 rounds were of a calibre you couldn't even try to reach. And you both choked in the third. But I'll always vote for somebody who completely chokes and then tries to free over somebody who spits 8 bars of other writers' schemes. Because you bit bars from 360. That is some sort of faggotry, dude. Now in my books, if you claim to rep the underground's most hated, then bite bars from 360, you automatically lose. But if he wants to bite schemes like this dude, smooth and clever, then I'll bite one of his just to prove who is better. Come round the States, I'll jump you, son. I'll cut your fat rolls one by one. I'll fuck your nan, then I'll fuck your mum. I'll hump that gash till the blood will run. I'll hump that gash till I bust a lung. I'll pump that slag with my fucking cunt. I'll call you whack and I was basic, but when it comes to rap, you're the fakest cunt. Because you are the epitome of everything that gets hate within the battle scene. An a cappella battle rapper with 0 tracks and average freeze. Now I know I cop a lot of flack for dropping tracks and jacking beats, but at least I'd stepped up in a booth before bragging about my raps and schemes. Because here's a reality check, Brody, is you seem to forget that you have to do shit for your scene to respect. Me, I've been busy with the schemes and the prep. My battle's been the reason that these people attend. I run gigs, I rock shows, I make tracks and study. I upload, I take up my own time for nothing. I'm still broke, I still know that fish owes me money. And if he don't pay up, he will get what's coming. And stop talking about how you're a king. Because Bigguns, you're not. You're not the king of a whole fucking state of battle rap just because one time the judges didn't give you a loss. Because if fucking Dunners, Vocal, Will, Scourge stepped up in the ring in your block, they wouldn't even have the right just to finish you off. You're not even the rightful champion. Today it should be fixing your spot. Because when you size up our battles, it's Fix and I at different times who get given the props. This is stage present, this is preparation and stage presence versus gimmicks, so stop claiming to be a king when a king is the title I was given by God. So bring your best fat jokes. Shit. Bring your dead dad jokes. Bring your ex-loves giving head and is a wet slag jokes. Bring your fresh, your into men and internet fad jokes. And I'll just sit back like, boy. Wow, I didn't expect that, bro.
I've got a list, bruh. If you had one, I'd fist fuck your sister. Arm deep in a sphincter. Pull out my shitty covered finger like an aboriginal writing on walls, stick figures and historical pictures. And you can call me history static. Because what the fuck are you thinking? I'm the same assassin that killed John F. Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln. I'm the iceberg that sunk the Titanic. It's like your battle career you're suddenly sinking. I'm the history lesson from hell. You're a fuckhead. You're a fuckhead. I said it twice because history seems to repeat itself. I went on YouTube. Typed in best battles of Pat Stay. Then I typed up Static first prefix, 3rd round. What you did was the same. Because he mad right now. He wants to get out of my face because he's bad right now. But deep inside this fuckhead's mind, he's sad right now. Doesn't want to come out of the closet and prove that he's a fag right now. And I sort of wrote some shit down that sort of makes some sense. I fucked your mum for $20. The bitch couldn't afford it and gave me 20 cents. So I hunted the bitch down, put the gun to her head. Don't own a gun, so I used my cock instead. She was tied down, so there was nowhere she could run. I wasn't shooting bullets, mate, I was shooting rounds of cum. But Statik would probably try and flip it. And say that I'm shooting blanks. The only sex this cunt's getting is with his hand when he's having a wank. Goes out in the town, spying on skanks. If he can't get a skinny one, he goes for the ones the size of army tanks.
Me last week.
And I'll find where your mum lives. And I'll kill her. Run that blade up her spine like a cold shiver. Slow it down. I said I'll find where your mum lives. Run that blade up her spine when it's cold, then I'll shiver. Time.
Yo, he talked about my sister. You're sort of a cunt. Oh wait, I don't even have a sister, so this is just awkward as fuck. Alright, you like that Pat Stay shit? Alright, now this one then. I'm the man for the throne. The champ's gotta go. Only won the title because his fam was the host. You ain't the standard or dough. You are average at most, and if you say the wrong thing, you're getting jabbed in the throat. Now, a lot of people came here today expecting me to out-rap you. But what they probably didn't expect is that I would out-fat you. Mate, I am so fat that I take my cup of tea with a ton of cream. Custard, beef, mustard, cheese in a tub of grease. For lunch I'll eat 100 geese, 10 dozen sheep, a bunch of leeks, onions, meats and some buttered treats. Shit, I'll even deep fry and all. Then munch the beast just to make my hunger cease. And after I've cleared my 10 plates of that scrumptious feast, you can bet I don't take a dump for weeks. Your Facebook life is nothing like your normal one. Because at parties, you're that really sort of very fucking awkward cunt. You'll sit in the corner all night, barely talking once, drink one beer while everyone else is snorting drugs. Step outside a couple times just so you can call your mum, fall asleep upon the couch, passing out before it's 1. Then, the next day when he gets home, well, sure enough, a status goes up saying, "Oh, big night last night. Fuck, that shit was awesome fun. You awkward fuck. You look like a porpoise cunt. You must experience so many problems with that enormous gut. Like, do you piss on yourself regularly? Because that shit must overhang. And you know when chicks have to go to the chiropractors when they have the dopest rat? Well, I was just wondering, bro, how the fuck do you cope with that? Because with boobs that huge, I'm surprised you haven't near broke your back. I mean, look at them titties. I mean, them titties, they lactate. You stand all the way over here, bro, and use your nipple as an ashtray. And what about when you fuck a chick? Well, if you know. Because the dynamics of that shit have left me a bit confused. I figure it must be like a trampoline. Because every time you dip and move, when your belly's touched, you must bounce so hard you hit the roof. Now, some say your bitch is a pig. Me, I think she's mean in bed. I headed southern right, way down between her legs. And once I was there, I left that bitch with a hurt vagina. She'd been walking humpback for days ever since I blew my sperm inside her. When we fucked, we created a symphony. What my dick orchestrated was friggin' dope. What I mean to say is that I had your bitch wailing like Japanese fishing boats. Pygmy, southern right, humpback. I just came with a heap of whale type lines. But I figured, what else am I supposed to bring when I'm facing someone who's whale sized, right? So I repeat, you can bring your best fat jokes. Shit, bring your dead dad jokes. Bring your ex-loves giving head and is a wet slag jokes. Bring your fresh, your into men and internet fad jokes, and I'll just sit back like, wow, I didn't expect that, bro.
So this cunt thinks he's the man for the throne. Well, if I didn't give the cunt a lift, he wouldn't be able to get home. Because when he goes out and gets drunk, or hanging around with his mates smoking blunts, and then he's like sitting on the couch like, how the fuck am I going to get home? Bigguns, mate, can you give me a lift to my mum's?
Yes.
Because you've got no job, no car, no license, no money. You even had nowhere to live. Take away those 5 things, Statik, and that's the amount of fucks I give. Because I heard you've been living off Jester and Brookie. Must have been half of them, I reckon, because they were only expecting their first child when you was there. It was like they were expecting their second. I mean, how could he stand there and call free a dog? Had to find a new hand to feed because now that feeding stopped. And his track got playing on Goombag. That's a great achievement for you. But Prefix's track got played on the radio as well, dude, and unlike yours, was actually decent to listen to. He waited for that time was right. Didn't do an Angus King step in the spotlight trying to steal it all the time. So the guy from Goombag played his stuff and he's like, that sort of shit. Pressed the open tray button and snapped the fucking disc. The guy that played Prefix's track, he opened the disc tray, put it back in its case and hugged it. Rang Prefix the next day and said, motherfucker, I loved it. See, it wasn't about busting caps and piss, spewing, cruising through Noonham. It was about Mother Nature and the movement that she's doing. 100 years ago, you never heard about a tidal wave or a hurricane or an earthquake that made the tectonic plate shift, caused the mass grave. Your face was like vagina cunt. And every time I have a young missus, you diss me for it. Well, you gonna say you're gonna fuck my missus? I don't have one, so now it's fucking awkward. See, I apologised to him. All that he accepted. I hanged out with his ex-missus. All that apology was neglected. He put up a status 2 seconds after she put up a status. Now who's fucking hurt? You're a perverted fuck that goes on the town. Beers that you're slurping. And you've been going to every club that Brooke's at trying to make her jealous. Well, I don't know, bro. You go to Lloyd's Hotel all the times, dancing on your own. Her gay mate rubbed up against her, you cracked the shits and fucked off home. See, you are a faggot, mate. If I had your face, I'd grab a hacksaw and I'd decapitate it. Because I'll leave you like a murder victim. Penis cut off like a failed circumcision. I'll punch both your eyes into you at the same side as a girl wearing a burqa's vision. And I hope that makes you feel down. Makes you feel depressed as fuck. Takes away your self-esteem just like depression does. So next time you go to sleep, cunt, and you dream and stuff, grab that razor blade and cross the street and up. He wanted to be a parachuter because he thought it was kind of fun. Tied the rope around a tree, ran his throat, jumped on a chair and jumped. But the parachute didn't open because there wasn't one. So if you're going to walk around and say you're going to commit suicide and all that, take a step back, stat, look in the mirror, realise you're a fag. So your battle against Colby, he rhymed Mason Hammer with Mason Callum. That was great. If I was you, mate, I'd grab that Mason Hammer and smash in my own face. Because I think Colby's going past his expiry date. I mean, he's really literally running out of steam. Because every time you hear Colby's name today, all you hear is that same fucking video game scheme. And everyone's saying I'm doing this shit for only getting the attention. The guy that's bringing down Tassie rap scene, his name is not even worth the mention. You know that guy with those fucked up eyes on his face. Can't see straight because his eyes are misplaced. Be able to see if cars were coming. If you walked across the street, you could see both ways. Fuck it, I'll say it's Ray's. And when I leave this state, I can't wait to see the look on yours and Hamish's faces. I'll walk by, high-five disaster when he's battling Mason. Ray's, you're a lying dog. Well, you know that. You're just jealous because your best mate's kit and your battle host was fat. Hazard. If I wanted to hear an arsehole, I would have farted. When was the last time you had a bath, bruv? Fucking fat, ugly looking cunt. Happy birthday, you fucking shit licking, dick sucking, shit fingered dog.
Yeah, alright. So that last round, that was actually sweet, but I don't know if anyone told you, bruv, you're battling me. And when he was talking about my mental condition, all I heard was his bogan shouting. Let's see you lose a father figure and see how much you joke about it. Go, alright. So, I hit him with the punch. One shot, make this bloke stagger. It's like Friday nights at Lloyd's the way he's woozy from the coat hanger. In this bar fight, I got the spirit to smash your jewelry. Just because you're a regular, that don't make you the captain, Morgan. And when I first saw Bigguns, I thought, he's gay. Fully faggot. I'm dead in this bitch in Hobart with the words out the mouth like replays bully tactics. And every battle before this was a short stop. Because in reality, the chain beckoned. I want a stage present with stage presence as my main weapon. I'm battling big guns. But his guns, they ain't westerns. Shit, the only time he raises arms is when he's wishing to raise questions. Shit, the only time I spit rounds is when I rock bars. And I'm a farm boy. So I'm talking about banging hammers, I'm probably fixing fences in the stockyards. Winter is coming in this Game of Thrones, so Bigguns you best fall and pray for a hot march, or I'm ending the reign of this so-called king in the north, like Walter Frey did to Robb Stark. Game of Thrones bars coming. Alright. So, I know we've had a laugh, but hold it down. Shut up. I know we've had a laugh, but mate, you shouldn't have crossed my path today. Because my life has seen more baggage lately than X-rays at departure gates. I could say I'm here to drop bombs like terrorist plots or Saddam Hussein. But in reality, I'm more like a cornered animal. Teeth bared, ready to scar your frame. Because what the fuck do you know about headstones that mark the place where the casket lays? What you know about having nobody to call next Father's Day? What you know about morgue slabs with your dad's face disfigured in a mask of grey? Taking a grip of your little brother's hand as the reality hits that he's actually passed away? The night spent laying half awake. Cold sweats and alarm and shakes. Because when you disarm your brain and your guard is frayed, this drama plays back visions that you can't explain. What you know about swigging casks for days? Spending up the last you change. Then turning up to battle with that brave face protecting you like armoured plates. My point is, you may have had some girls that hurt you and caused your heart to break. You may have insecurities about the job you work, the friends you see and the path you take. But regardless, mate, I'm here to grasp the chain. Because besides the fact that we both take time to craft a page, we can't relate, it's quite true. And despite the fact you're kind of fat, in comparison to me, you don't carry the burden of half the weight that I do. Now I just spat that scheme to prove a point, that my battle's got direction. Because I can carry all these burdens with me, show up and perform, because that's exactly what's expected. And I could have brawled with him for talking shit, but this format was better payback. So Bigguns, go grow the fuck up, learn to prepare, and then you can try and come and get your chain back. Woo! I'll say one last time, you could have brought your best fat jokes, shit. Bring your dead dad jokes. Bring your ex-loves, giving head and is a wet slag jokes. Bring your fresh, your into men and internet fad jokes. And I just spat 3 rounds where I not once wrote about my missus. Wow, I bet you didn't expect that, bro.
Whoop, that was fucking dope, bruv. Get up.
That's fucking nuts. Alright, Chip here, just watched the title match between Bigguns and Statik. Fucking sweating just watching that shit, hey? Anyway, I reckon I'll give the first, I'll give the first to Bigguns and then I'll give the second two to Statik. I feel Statik was just stronger with punches and consistency and all that shit. Bigguns slipped up in the third with that, so yeah, Statik too.
I'll give the first. It had been timed. I'd give it the first to Bigguns. The rest to Statik. Just pure being timed, like 1 minute each. The way it was unlimited, I'll give all 3 to Statik.
Hey, what's up? We've got awesome battles and fucking selfies going on over here, so you know, shit's cracking. We just watched the title match between Bigguns and Statik, and I'm gonna make it pretty easy. Like, I didn't expect Bigguns to come as hard as he did, but he did come really well, and I thought he definitely showed improvement in his bars. He showed a lot more improvement in his flow and multis. But I still believe that Statik, you know, is one of the best in Tassie, and I believe he showed why tonight. Like, you know, like his flow and direction with his bars, you know, he can say exactly what he wants to say, and there's no bullshitting around. With Bigguns, it was a little bit cliche, and he probably would have got away with it if Statik wasn't so hard hitting, but he was. So Statik 3-0.
Got the judges' decision back. Fucking hated epic battle. Probably could go down as an LBL classic. But we got a new champion, Statik.
Good night is go out, get drunk, get a good fight in, don't give a fuck, even if he was a nice kid. How you feeling now? You're a low life bitch. Tell me what your idea of a good night is. Go out, get drunk, get a good fight in, don't give a fuck, even if he was a nice kid. How you feeling now?